Alright, boys and girls, today, well, I don't think there are any girls, but today is a very fucking exciting day. It's a day we've all been waiting for, except it's probably the day I've been waiting for and no one else, because no one else gives a shit about this fucking boat. We got this, it's sitting like this, low as fuck. Geometry is completely trash. I have this much contact patch on my fucking tires. I may overlay a photo if I'm bothered. If not, then I won't overlay a photo, which is probably the case. To start off sorting the geometry out, what you gotta do, well, and also the ride quality, is you gotta get shortened spindle arms, okay? Now, if you're not familiar with the, well, I mean, it's technically N platform, innit? All the JZXs and these the big body Toyotas, basically. To be fair, actually no, even like the IS200 and the LS whatever, they have the same. Anyway, fucking, I'm just chatting shit, but basically spindle arm is this thing. So you got the hub where your disc goes, and then it just comes up, and at the bottom is where you attach a knuckle. This one even has it on still, that I might need to take off because I want to use mine. Actually, this one seems, nah, it's fucked. This usually is like fucking 40 mil longer, and what happens is when you go really low, like your boy, basically this fucking arm connects to a wishbone. You'll see it in a second, innit? But basically when you go over a pothole, it just like, it bottoms itself out on the chassis. I'm pretty sure I explained this before. Oh my fucking god, shut up. Get the fuck out of here. Every time I film, bro, I see the sickest cars around. I've never even seen this Camaro here before. That's wonderful. Made my day. Nah, these arms are gonna make my day. Anyway, if you guys have heard of Douse Fab, pretty much an acquaintance, like owns the fab company. So yeah, the broski lives about an hour from me, and I spoke to him and I was like, oh yo, do you think you can shorten some of my arms? Because obviously I wanna get someone who knows what they're doing with a welder and like fab work and stuff to do it, rather than someone who doesn't. So I want it done properly. And dude, fucking, they killed it. Douse Fab, like legit, go to their Instagram, give them a shout. They make sick toe brackets for these fucking hoopties too, for the rear, because like the way the trailing arm is set up on these is really dumb. So they make like a bracket, like a modified bracket of the stock one that allows you more adjustment and stuff like that. It's sick. And they obviously do other bits and stuff like that, custom fab work, clearly, you know. There is talk of doing some rear arms as well, which is going to be sick, because I need some of those too to sort out my dumb contact patch. Anyway, I've just been chatting shit. What I need to do is I need to move this car because I can't work on it here. This is a reasonably main road, and I don't want to be peaked to people by fucking standing on the side and just fucking spilling over into the driving lane. So let us move the car, and I'll start taking it apart and banging these arms in there. And also, yeah, like before, when I didn't know that it was my arms that was an issue. If you lot remember watching the videos, you would have seen this. I fuck with the spring load, the spring preload. I loosen the spring, and the entire car like literally drives like a boat now. Like you go over the tiniest little bump, and instead of the suspension just taking the bump, the whole car has to take the bump. So it just wobbles onto itself. It's like the chassis and the subframes are like one piece, and then the whole car just like shifts on top of it. It's kind of weird. I have some fucking like I have some clips from the car like on the motorway. If I'm bothered, I'll overlay it so you can see what I mean about the whole body shaking. But that's because of the preload. So what I'm gonna do, as well as putting these arms in, is I'm gonna tighten up my preload, innit, so that the car drives like a normal car instead of like an actual boat. All right, yeah, so cool, I've got the wheel off. I'm having to use the stock jack because my fucking low profile thing that I got from Machine Mart, it stopped jacking like after probably about this much height. It just doesn't jack anymore. So I took it back to them. I was like, oh, what the fuck's going on? And they're like, oh yeah, we need to take it in for inspection. So that's what's happening. That's why I have to use the stock jack, which is fucking trash and weird. However, it's like solid, I guess. And like if the car falls, then fuck me. This is the arm that I got modified, and you can see it goes up here to a wishbone, like I was saying, and the rest of it just connects down to itself. And then if you look up here, you can see this, which is this hitting up there. And that just causes an annoying, really loud bang and just uncomfortable ride. So, about to change this arm for a shorter one. So this is not here, but it'll be like here. You know, like the tip of this will be down here now. Which means that I have that much more space for movement. Like, you know, 40 mil or whatever, about this much. And then yeah, that way can fucking be comfortable. I guess I'll film like when I made progress. I don't know. I don't know. I was gonna this car is actually a shit heap. Alright, so obviously I had my shit. Anyway, so this is how it's looking now. I took the arm off. I have no steering component now. This is the fucking ABS sensor, which has like a little, whatever the fuck that is, like a 10 mil. Caliper's just out of the way here. Turns out that, of course, it makes complete sense, but this whole bush, well, ball joint, I guess, is fucked. So I'm probably gonna need a new upper arm. I may, cause like it'll be fine to drive now. I just know that I need to replace it, and I may just get an adjustable one to be able to control my camber and shit, or I might just get a stock one. Depends. I'm gonna look into prices, but I want to sort the rear first because I don't think that that's a crucial thing that I need to change at the moment. But obviously, I'm gonna drive around and start feeling that it's all wobbly and stupid, and I'm gonna need to get new ones with better ball joints. So let's compare these. So this is the shortened one. Let's try and put them next to each other. So yeah, I don't know if you can tell. You definitely should be able to tell in that. So this is how they are. They're kind of at the same sort of level, and you can see how one is just shorter than the other. And this is what we really want, and this is what we don't want. So yeah, I'm gonna bang this one in. Probably gonna try and remove the sensor off this so I can run the one that's on my car. Yeah, so because otherwise it's just kind of long. But yeah, this is actually going really quick. It's only taking me about 30 minutes to get that off, so I guess it's going good. I'm using nothing but just a shitty eBay tool set, and I'm just doing it on the road next to my house. All right, fuck. So it's done. I've got the shortened arm installed. I've got everything bolted up, and you can see like before this fucking arm, like in the previous clip, was like up here. So this has given me so much more travel, and this should not be happening anymore. I also tightened up the preload on this until I couldn't anymore. The only thing that fucked up, which is quite sad, I don't know if you can see in here. Let me grab a light. I couldn't get the ABS sensor out of the modified arm. So now I'm gonna run the ABS sensor and hope that that doesn't give me like a shitty limp mode, and it actually lets me drive the car properly. It was a bit tough getting, because this bottom knuckle thing was still on the modified arm. It was a bit of a struggle getting that off because, you know, you need like loads of leverage and stuff, and when the arm is off the car, it's about impossible to get leverage. But I did it, so it's cool. It's all like installed now, so I guess I'm gonna go home, get some zip tie that sensor out of the way. Realistically, this took me about an hour and a bit, probably maybe an hour and a half to do this whole thing, and I'm not rushing. I'm taking my time, and I have not looked at any tutorials either. I'm just kind of going along with what I can see needs undoing and just doing that. Dude, okay, what the fuck? This is the wheel all the way tight onto the hub. Look at this poke. How am I gonna do this? This is how it usually is, like sunk the fuck in because of the camber. But now I've got 40 mil less like geometry fuck. So essentially it's gonna be the same camber as like a standard height car. I'm not gonna be able to fit these lines in the front. What? Get out of here. Yeah, I'm gonna lower it down and hopefully it actually fits. Otherwise I'm gonna have to do some dumb shit with the arch. It's fucked already anyway. No way, this is mental. Okay, so check this out. This is the side that I haven't done yet. This is the stance. It's like decked and the fucking, there's just dummy camber, right? And this is the fucking side that I've just done. Look at this. I have so much more room to go even lower, and I've got like no camber in the front. This is beautiful. I'm so hyped on this. What the fuck? Yes. Oh my god. I really don't know. I really don't think you can see what I needed to see, but basically on this side, which is the one that I haven't done the arm on yet, there's literally this much space between the top of that upper wishbone and the top of the... Dude, anyway, whatever. So I was saying how there's like this much actual travel on the side that I haven't done the arm on yet, and on this side, which I have done the arm, I've got like this, like probably 3 times that. And yeah, so whatever. I'm gonna lower this side a little bit more and then go and just do the arm on the other side, and it'll be a quick thing. All right, so I've got this one on this side, sitting like this, and then of course this side is done as well. Please excuse the wings. I'm probably gonna get new ones anyway. Maybe over fenders, I don't know. But yeah, so they're both sitting about the same height. I'm pretty sure the same preload as well, because I basically, the way I can tell if it's the same preload is I can tighten the spring all the way as hard as I can by hand, and that should be the same on both sides. But yeah, so this is kind of mental. Like, look at this fitment. If I lower it more, this will be like literally perfect. So yeah, I guess what's left now is just doing the same shit but to the rear. Obviously they're completely different arms, but I need to get adjustable ones and sort out the rear camber, and then this will basically be complete for the stage it's at now, which is just like a slammed stock daily stock. So it's 12:34 right now. I'm trying to be quiet because obviously it's middle of the morning. This is my current setup. This is my 10J. Look at the tire. Wait, let me flip it over. Yeah, so this is probably 1,500 miles on a part 1 Pirelli, whatever, like sexy tire. Maybe less than 1,500, but anyway, Scotland trip and a couple London trips. What I'm doing at 12:30 in the morning is changing wheels. I got these stock IS200 like sport wheels off a broski. He lives just down the road. He has an IS200 with some like Borbet 17s, I think, whatever, like that. Anyway, so these are the stock wheels off his car, and he's hooking it up with the tires. I'm gonna give him the wheels back after, because your boy doesn't have time to order 19s and to get them mounted. Also, your boy doesn't want to waste his money again, because as you can see, my contact patch, everything is fucked because of my alignment in the back. Now, you saw me sort out the front. Now, obviously the car is jacked up, so it doesn't look correct. But yeah, so I'm thinking to order these upper arms, this one here, but adjustable, so that I can sort out my rear camber and I don't have to rinse through a set of tires in a week. So yeah, this is what I'm doing right now. I'm putting this on, but I'm also raising the car because the size difference with this 17 and that 19 is ridiculous. The overall diameter is stupid, difference wise. So if I was to put this 17 on without readjusting the height, I would literally be scraping my exhaust on the ground, which is fine, but it's not good if I want to do a 6-hour motorway journey picking up Ben tomorrow morning. I'm probably not going to show you because it's dumb, but if you follow my car Instagram at V300GAC, then you'll be able to see everything that I get up to, because I'm pretty active on there. I post basically every day. So yeah, give me a follow on there. Okay, so we're back in the same spot, just down the road actually is where I was just now. And the fuck is this? A new car? A new Lexus? A blue one? What? Long story short, yeah, your boy fucked up. I'll show you the other car now. I'll go there because I need to pick some shit up. Alright, so welcome to my stupid ass. Excuse, I'm out of breath. I've kind of been running here because I left everything. But yeah, so essentially if you look at this chassis leg and you look at this chassis leg, this one sits like that compared to this one. So yeah, this is right off. See you later. Black on black, GS300 wasted. All right, I'm actually just not even gonna bother with the GoPro because every time I start filming, this fucking thing just dies. So, CBA for that. I'm just filming with my phone from now on. So you're just gonna get all this zoomed in action and proper fucking detail of all my spots. Fuck, so this is the new Lexus. It's the same exact thing, 2004 GS300 Sport, whatever. I don't even fucking know what that is. It's not like a TT or like an actual sport version, so it doesn't have LSD or anything. It's just a GS300 Sport. I don't know, man. It has these little stickers and they look legit, so I don't know. I really don't know. But anyway, so this one is 130k miles, so it's like less. It's like 80k less than the previous car, so that's good. And plus this one isn't written off, so yeah. But essentially what I'm doing now is I'm reshelling it. So I'm putting my HSDs and my shortened steering knuckles onto this car, because obviously this one I'm gonna actually use as a car that I drive instead of one that's written off. So yeah, man, this is what happened. This is what's up. Apparently this one is a Cat C, so I don't know what the fuck is up. There is some weird like Bondo looking action here on the rear left quarter, but not gonna worry about that. So yeah, front left is done with the whole knuckle shit, and I've got positive camber. Like, obviously the car is like leaning onto itself now, but fuck that. I'm gonna smash on the rears in a sec as well, and these Tanes will be for sale. So if anyone wants some GS300 Tane coilovers, give me a shout. They're pretty nice. I would say they're more track oriented than street oriented in terms of ride. You know, like they're stiffer spring rate from what I can tell. Also, I'm selling I have 2 sets now of stock steering knuckles, the normal length ones. So if anyone's after some of those, give me a shout. UK only, obviously. I can organize courier and shit like that if you lot want, but would prefer collection. Anyway, so this is what I'm doing now. I had some trouble with the fucking anti-roll bar link shit, so I had to grab one off the old car. Now, basically, yeah, the whole fucking point here is, if you look, the bolt that holds the coilover on has a nut on it that's got a 19, but if you look, there's no space here to put a socket, so you can only use a wrench. But when I was taking the coilovers off the crashed car, my 19-inch wrench snapped, so I didn't have one. So essentially for this car, what I had to do is I had to get rid of the anti-roll bar link, drop link. Had to move this thing out the way so I can have space to put a socket on this 19. But here, this shit was fucked up. And so like, if you look, the pin that holds the bolt, because one of them is a bolt that screws into the actual thing, and the other one is a pin with a nut. The pin spins, so I couldn't undo the nut, and my vice grips were in the BMW, which at the moment I'm not even going to talk about it, but it's at Vess's house and it needs a coolant hose, heater hose, whatever. I need to find out exactly which one it is and buy it. But that car is like ready to go. I just need to put a fucking hose in it. Anyway, long story. I'm gonna do a separate video on that car because I just don't even want to bother with it. I don't want to bother with this Lexus either. Honestly, yeah, if anyone wants to just be my mechanic and just work on cars for me, just please hit me up, because I'm actually just not bothered to work on cars ever again. I hate working on cars. But deal is, this is about to get put together. I need to go and test drive it after that, and I need to meet a few people, and there's just shit going on all the time. So yeah, this is what's actually going on really. It's just, I crashed the other car. I can go and film it more, but to be fair, man, if you lot follow my... Jeez. But yeah, if you lot follow my car Instagram at V300GAC, which is the private reg that was on the black car that I need to take off and put in this one before this American broski goes and buys the shell. Long story, man, long story. But yeah, so I'm really like all over the place all the time and busy and shit. So I just find it hard to like film and actually edit and just do like YouTube things, even though I want to. But yeah, that's that. I'm just getting on with this. Yeah, that's the fucking Lexus video. You're welcome. And yeah. Alright, so I'm fucking sitting here editing this video, yeah, and it's just incomplete. So basically, I want to tell you lot the story, yeah, about how the fuck I managed to write off this beautiful black on black like GS300. Okay, basically I'm an idiot, right? But essentially, if you lot know like Mexico, there's like a beach in Mexico, and along this beach in Mexico there is a long sort of like straight road. Now in Mexico, along this straight road, there is a 30-mile-an-hour average speed limit. It was probably like 1:30 a.m. and I just was like, you know what? I kind of feel like driving in Mexico and just trying to see like what's up. You know, I just feel like just driving a little fast. You know, so in Mexico, I know about the average speed thing in Mexico. So because I'm so smart, I'm like, okay, how do you get away with going faster than the speed limit on this road in Mexico? Well, you just don't run number plates. And I'm really happy that the Mexican authorities have not come back to me about this. Ripped the number plate off right at the start of this long strip along the beach in Mexico, and I just kind of send it. I go really fast, really straight, middle of the night. No one's about. It's like a weekday, so everyone's sleeping. No one's out in the streets. No cars, no nothing. No Fed, no nothing. Towards the end of this beautiful long straight in Mexico, along the beach, where this average speed actually ends. Now the reason I know this is because I go to Mexico pretty often. I've had problems with this average speed thing before, so the reason that I am aware of it is because of my previous experiences. Towards the end of this straight is a really wide, super wide, sweeping left-hander, which actually turns into a dual carriageway, which in Mexico, dual carriageways are essentially where there's like an island and like a fence between this direction and the other direction. Actually, no, sorry, in Mexico it would be this direction and this direction. So, okay, no, actually, so let's backtrack a little bit. Because we're driving on the right side of the road, because we're in Mexico, the turn is actually a right-hander. Sorry, that's my bad. I forgot because they were in Mexico. So there's a really wide sweeping right-hander, all right, and we are driving on the right side of the road because we're in Mexico. Me driving the speed limit in Mexico, which is 30 miles an hour, because it's an average speed road. I'm remembering that there's this kind of right-hand turn, and so I kind of start to slow down a little bit, and I'm kind of getting into the corner, probably doing the speed limit, and as soon as I'm coming into the corner, all of the sudden, an old lady. Okay, now the more I tell this story, the more ridiculous it sounds, and the more impossible it sounds. But it is technically just really low chance. So yeah, an old lady decides to step out onto the road with a little shopping bag, a little shopping trolley. I don't know what the fuck this lady was thinking, or what the fuck she was doing at that exact corner at that exact time of night. So there's me, kind of braking slightly just so I can take this corner nicely. And all of a sudden, there's now an old lady in the middle of the road. So obviously what you do is you get on the brakes a little more firmly. But as you guys are able to see, the ABS sensor situation was fucked up. So that means that the car was in like a limp mode where there's no ABS at all. So essentially I like the front wheels start locking up as you would because going the speed limit. And so the car starts going straight into this dual carriageway barrier thing. And I'm just thinking like, we're not going into that. The lady has already realized, probably in my mind, that I'm here now and that she should fuck off. So she clears the way somehow. I don't know. I don't remember looking at the lady in Mexico. She was like like a Mexican grandma, So she's not in danger at this point. But my car is in danger because I was going the speed limit and my brakes locked up. let go of the brakes, because I know that when when you turn the wheel and the brakes are locked up, that doesn't do anything. So I let go of the brakes, and I do literally this much of a correction in the steering wheel, like literally this much, and all of a sudden I'm now in drift. So and going at the speed limit, drifting is just not really, you know, and my car is not set up for drift, so it's like it just didn't really work out. Long story short, I end up having a small a tap, shall we say, because I'm going the speed limit. With a curb and like a cute little sort of lamppost, like a water meter thing. I'm not really sure what they called in Mexico, but yeah. And so the curb takes out my wheel, well, the lip on my wheel, and it also destroys my frame rails. And also I'm pretty sure it shifted the entire like drivetrain backwards. But anyway, long story short, after this very light and minor crash, because, you know, going the speed limit, and I'm like a foreigner visiting the country, Mexico. So yeah, whatever. You know, I'm like, okay, well, fucking the lady is fine. She's across the road already and getting on with her business. This old Mexican grandma. Sorry, she had a bit of a shock. I'm thinking, you know, I'm in a foreign country. I'm in Mexico. I'm not really sure about the whole logistics with the police and insurance. So my instinct is, oh my god, does this car drive? Can I get it back to my hotel in Mexico? So yeah, I do that, and the car drives. So I drive this written off bent ass car back to my hotel in Mexico. So that was the story of the crash Lexus, and I hope you guys enjoyed that. Whatever, putting that to the side, mistakes were made. Car no longer physically exists. It's all good. I put it up on Marketplace. A friend, well, not a friend, an acquaintance now, he has a built like 2J sleeper like GS300, and he just wants to build another engine. So he took my whole crashed car and he's gonna build up the engine. And we made an agreement with him giving me some stuff back off it, because that car had an LPG. I'm not sure if I ever told you guys, but I'm pretty sure the entire system is worth at least 500 quid, which altogether, if I was to sell that, would allow me to pretty much make all my money back on the entire car, which is pretty good. So this new Lexus is fucking sick. It's the exact same spec. It's just blue, and it has a bit of damage on the rear left quarter. Yeah, so my plans with this blue Lexus is really to make it like a better version of what the black one was. I may later down the line wrap it black, just because I just don't know about the blue. The blue is hot boy, but I may also just wrap it black. My plans are to just get the vibe of the car nice, like tint the windows, put my weds back on, because I rebuilt the squished 9Js into 11Js, but they've become a stupid offset, so I'm selling those now, and I'm trying to find a pair of 11s or 12Js that will be a correct offset that will fit in the back, because a minus 12 is just not going to fit stock body, and I'm not trying to fuck up my arch or run loads of camber. I'm planning to keep a stock drivetrain. This one doesn't have an LPG, which is even better, just for the sake of simplicity, but maybe down the line I will do some sort of turbo situation. But then again, I don't know, there's just so many routes to take, and I don't know if I'm bothered to fuck around. I definitely think I want to chuck an LSD in there, because it's just more fun with an LSD, and plus this car has enough torque to get down, even stock power. So yeah, anyway, that's me rambling on, and I hope you enjoyed the crash story, and I hope that you're able to look past my stupidity as I am. That's the vert. This is how it sits now. I'm gonna make a video on that soon, because the wheels are going on it today. I don't know, I might just do like a little update on it, maybe not a whole video, I don't know. To be fair, all I've done to the vert is put coilovers in it, and I'm gonna put these wheels on. I might just do a little quick 5-minute video just talking about the vert. Me and Leon, who's a local broski who we just do car shit together, we were filming a stance video on the black Lexus before I wrote it off. So there's this like half finished sort of stance edit video of my Lexus. I'm gonna try and see how far he's gotten with it. I'm pretty sure it's kind of done, but we were just talking about changing the song or something. So I'm gonna try to get that off him and maybe just chuck it up on my YouTube, or I might just put it on my Instagram. So I've said this like 4 times in this video, but follow my car Instagram at V300GAC. I'm super active on there, always doing like little updates, story posts, showing all my progress with all these whips. So if you care about all my car shit, then just go to that Instagram. And yeah, that's it. I'll see you lot in a future video.